Indiana Fever versus Seattle Storm. Game 2 of a 9-game homestand for Seattle. And it's hard for me to call Seattle games because you never know which team you're going to get. Skylar Diggins, some days she's a great playmaker, great shooter. Some days it's just not there. Same with Jewel Lloyd. Some nights she looks like the player who led the league in scoring last year, 24.7 points a game. Right now she's at 18 points a game, and it's not a consistent 18 either, like Kelsey Mitchell. It's very up and down. Some nights there's 3 for 20. Maybe I'm exaggerating. You can look up the numbers, but it's just not there a lot of nights. So you never know what you're going to get on that end of the ball. Also, defensively, I saw them at one point. They held the Lynx, Aces, and Mercury 3 games in a row, scoring in the 60s. Last game against the Connecticut Sun held them to 61. And then some days that defensive effort just isn't there. So it's always hard to tell. They are at home. They have been playing pretty well the last five, won 3 of the last 5, I believe. Hard call. Indiana Fever. For one, there's one issue that they can't win with. Well, they can win with, but it's very hard, and that's the free throws. Now, I called it out after the Atlanta Dream game that they won, that 11 to 34, whatever it was, free throw discrepancy, and it reared its head again against the Sky. This time they didn't win. It cost them dearly. Cost them dearly. Angel Reese had 9 from 11 from the free throw. Scoring with the clock stopped is a huge part of coming back in any game. So for her to get that done, that was as big as anything else that was done as far as rebounds or scoring. Getting those free throws up was huge in that comeback. And so that's just going to be a huge problem for the Indiana Fever. And what concerns me is that I've heard them address it, both Caitlin Clark and the coach, but I've only heard them address one side of it, which is stop fouling. I haven't heard them address the side that they're only getting 10 to 11 free throws per game. Caitlin Clark, she had 3 last game. A couple games ago, she had 0. If you go back and look early in the season, she was getting 8, 9 free throws a game. Maybe 6 average. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Could have been 6. But for sure, when they played against the Sparks, I think that was the 8th game of the season when they were 1-7. She scored 30. She had 13 free throws made. So when we see her scoring 16 and 17 from the field and saying it's a bad game, we have to also keep in mind that she should be getting about 8 or 9 from the line. Maybe some of those hard hits early in the season have made her shy away from contact, and if so, that's something she needs to address. But she starts it. She's the one who was leading them in free throws early in the season. She's the one I want to see getting back to the line 7, 8, 9 times a game. She has to have that Joel Embiid mentality. It helps everybody around her get bonus points. It puts the best players on the other team on the bench. Getting fouls early and often is a huge asset to the team. And so I need to see them pick that back up, not just stop fouling, but also getting some fouls, also, on their own. And also, Chrissy Sides, I need you to start getting on the refs again. I haven't heard you say anything in the media or, during the game about why are we getting to the line. I need to see more fuss being made about that. I'm pretty sure there's some contact being made on Leah Boston or somebody. So, guys, more contact to stop shying away from it. And if they do that, then they can definitely win this game. Now, when these two teams previously faced, I went with the Indiana Fever for all of the reasons that I just listed. Seattle's up and down nature, the fact that the Fever have had success against them. You won't get me twice. I'm going with the Storm. I hope I'm wrong. I want the Fever to win, but I'm picking the Storm for all of the reasons that I listed previously. I don't know if they can even catch the passes that Caitlin Clark throws their way. So, I mean, hopefully the Dantes player, hopefully she can. Demiris, can you catch the ball for the 4 or 5 minutes that you play? We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. But that's what I'm going with, the Storm. Um, Rooting for the Fever, obviously. I'll be back after the game. Maybe I'll go live. I always say that, don't I? But then my son comes in, we start hanging. I'm sorry, guys. This is my last year before he goes to college. So, I have to make it last or make it count. Can't make it last. It is what it is. Anyway, maybe I will, maybe I won't. If I do, you guys will see. Either way, I'll see you guys after the game for sure. Until then, you guys have a great day. Let's go Fever, get another win. I'm gonna go with the Aces in the other game against the Sky. You guys have been playing great, but this is the big leagues to have Chelsea Gray back. The Aces are trying to move up to the top of the standings. They're not going to let the Chicago Sky get in their way, in my opinion. So those are my two picks. Peace.